Yo, what's up guys? Back with another video, and today I'm going to teach you guys how you guys should properly manage your lineups. What I mean by that is essentially finding one guy's build to match with somebody else's, so make a good line that just is very well balanced. So when it comes to offense, it really depends on what you're building off with. Like, let's say you just packed, like, let's say a 94 Ranton and you want to build off of him. So what I like to do, obviously Ranton is a big winger, bigger than usual, and he's not that fast. So what I'd like to do is having a really quick guy on his line with a bigger center. I always like having a big build at center, just because you don't skate as much and you're skating in the middle of the ice where you're not really going to beat anybody with speed, rather than if you're on the wing like a Duchesne, who, unlike other people who put him at center, I feel like because of his 99 speed he must be played at wing, because that's when you actually use your speed to beat defensemen and go on breakaways. So I really like having a really big build center. Like, same thing with Matthews here, who only has 87 faceoffs, and I put him at center just because he's not that quick, and I feel like he's better suited for center. So you always want to make sure you have one bigger build on forward and a smaller guy who is very fast. So let's say on every line I have a really fast guy and a really big guy. So let's say here McKinnon, really fast with Linden and Rantanen, two big guys, so that's fine. Duchesne, 99 speed with a guy like Matthews, who's big, and a guy like Eichel, who's also big but he's also very fast. Then here on my third, because of these all-star game cards, I just put a bunch of them on my team. Aside from Kaprizov, McDavid on my fourth, fast guy, so it doesn't really matter. And yeah, so on offense, you really want to make sure that you balance it out. You want to have a really fast guy with a guy who's bigger, and preferably at center, but if you have him on a wing, it's fine. Let's say like a guy between Duchesne and Matthews. The reason why I put Duchesne at wing, like I said, is using that blistering 99 speed. You're not going to be using that as much at center than you are at wing. So always make sure you guys look at that. Don't look at the face-offs too much. I know he's got 99 face-offs and he's got thief. Obviously that helps. But Matthews, I'm not going to put him at center or at wing because he's so slow. That's for offense. For defense, it's a little bit easier to find. For me, I know people like to have two big guys on one line, like let's say Burns and Hedman on one line, but for me it's quite easy for defense. You want to have a big guy and then a quick guy. You don't want to have anybody really under 5'11 on defense. For me, I like to have a guy who's really big, doesn't need to be fast, and a guy who's a little bit smaller but over 6 foot, or 6'1", whatever, and is fast, so it can take the load off of the other guy. So let's say for me here, Burns, 6'5", not that fast, 89 XL, 91 speed. Then I got Sergei Gonzalez here, who is 95 XL, 93 speed at 6'2". So you want to find guys like that to put on your team. You don't want to just put random overalls, because the overall at the end of the day does not matter. Let's say here Carlson and Hedman. You got the defenseman, the actual defenseman who defends properly, is big and not that quick. And then you got Erik Karlsson here with 95 XL and 93 speed once again. So it really comes down to matching up your guys properly. You don't want to have two of the same type of players on defense. When it comes to offensive defensemen, you don't want to have two of the same type of players on the same line. So you really want to make sure of that. Like, you don't want to put Makar and Hughes together. That's going to be awful. But Makar and Hedman is a good choice. And when it comes to guys who are just two-way defensemen, you can also put them with anybody, but I like to pair them up together. I could put like Yossi with Hedman, but he's not that fast. But Yossi's good in both offense and defense, so it's a great match to put him with Pietrangelo. Even though it's kind of a slow pairing, they can do everything good, and I can depend on them on offense and defense, so it works well like that. And then obviously when it comes to goaltending, you just want to have a big goaltender, and the backup does not really matter, just there for synergies. Anyway guys, let me know what you guys think. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys on the next one.